Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. In case you don't know, I'm Kelly. Thanks for joining me, and if you're new to my channel, you're going to find I have my fingers in a little bit of everything. I live by the brownie rule of try it, and I try just about anything and everything. If it's in a creative vein, I'm going to play. If you've been to my channel for a while, thank you for your patience while I took the holidays off. Bob was gone for Christmas, but he was home in time for New Year's. And so I have spent the last full week and a half just spending time with Bob. We celebrated our Christmas on New Year's, and we've just spent time playing with our new toys, of which I've not even had a chance to take one of my new toys out of the box yet because it's been too wet and too cold to go outside and play. And just playing games, watching movies, just spending time together. He goes back to work a week from tomorrow, and then I will kick back in with my full schedule. But this week is all about partials, so bear with me. I do know that there will be a video on Friday. I have promised Southpaw Kim that I would have my sticks tutorial video up on Friday. It has been a highly requested video that I put together, so you're going to want to come back Friday and see what that's all about. So my desk currently, I took Christmas off and I spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day playing with my toys, and I was working on the pink ribbon journals that I want in my Etsy shop before the end of the month. I also have some Valentine journals to finish. Now that I'm getting the studio finally in some semblance of order, although the warehouse looks like a total tornado, I do want to get things up and running the way they're supposed to. So I have pieces for four journals here. Christmas Day I did 4 tags. I did 4 pockets using this pocket die. Let me see if I can grab it really quick. Nope. This one. And I bought this over at Madi's store at Spectrum Art Creations. I will link this down below. So I have that ready to go. And I had a third item that I wanted to make. I was supposed to make 4 purse-size Undated Calendars. And so I have the book fronts done for those. And they're going to look like this. This will go on the front. And then on the inside there will be a 12-month Undated calendar. Month on one page over here and a place for notes over here on the right. And so I'm having to teach myself how to make a calendar in Microsoft Word. And I've done that. I just haven't had time to get those done. So as soon as I get these done, those will be ready to go. And actually what I'm doing is Julie's December challenge was perfect to get the elements done for these 4 journals. So such as her number 1 was to do 12 bases, make ideas, and I came up with I wanted to do 4 tags, 4 purse-size Undated calendars, and 4 or what I thought were Tim Holtz pockets. But I chose to do these instead. So that was the first one. And then number 2 is to do envelopes. I'm doing 6 pockets and 6 tucks. That will be 2 of each in each journal. Do 4 cards. I'm doing 4 postcards, 4 playing cards, and 4 journaling cards. Using material, doing 4 pockets, 4 ruffles, and 4 ribbon. Book pages to do a book. I'm using a book and music and magazine. Haven't decided what I'm doing with those 3 yet, but I'm going to make 4 using book pages, 4 using music, and 4 using magazine. And I've been tearing out, I went through my stack of magazines, and I have been tearing out anything that had pink in it that I could use. Spring Hill Nursery, Brex, Burpees, all kinds of anything having to do that might have pink in it. These were from some of my Southern Living and quilting magazines. To get anything pink on pockets or whatnot in that. The other thing was on the tags, I wanted to stitch around the tags and my paper sewing machine quit. So I'm out shopping for a sewing machine. Use things from recycled. I'm using 4 toilet tissue, 4 cutlery bags, and I'm going to use clear plastic and make 4 shakers. And that was our items that we had to make. And so it's working out great for this journal. So continuing to work on that so I can get it off my work table. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I just don't want to box it up and move it. So hopefully finishing that the first weekend Bob is gone. So then the last week I can do the January challenge. And I have a plan of attack for the journals this month. Now, I didn't get any journals completed for Julie last year. Nothing. Had kits put together, but didn't get to the journals. So this year, I have a new plan. And trying to think of where I might have a book handy that I can use. Hold that thought for like 2 seconds. Book. Oh, book. Channel my inner. I'll just use this one. It'll work. This is actually a journal, but it will work. At Dollar Tree, they have books that are about the same size. Now, we have to make a hardcover journal for this. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to buy 12 books from Dollar Tree that are as close to identical in size as I can get. And each journal for January, this will be the January journal that I use for my personal journaling. Morning pages, question of the day, that kind of thing that I will use for January. Then there I'll do a separate book, and whatever her challenge is for February, it will go in the same size book. Just the elements that we have to do will be different. There will just be plenty of writing space for me to journal. And by the end of the year, I will have 12 journals that I will have journaled in for the entire year. That's my master plan. Okay, so, but we have to have a hardcover journal. It has to have 2 signatures. I have her beginnings here. We have to use Dear Julie Digitals in at least 22 places. Now this one, I'm doing a theme for blues, wintry kind of thing for January. That's always what I do for January. I think winter, snowflakes, blues, whites, frosty, that kind of thing. So that's my plan. But for one of her digis, I want to use her flinch cards. They go 1 through 31. And I can shrink them down to the smallest of size that I can use them on my page. So that would be page 1 or day 1 for January. Then over here, I might flip, and this would be day 2, and move that digi throughout the journal and use her flinch cards. And I think that'll be perfect for this. Now, I do want to bring in one of her other digis. I just need to research and see what else she has for blues. Now, January is always our Just Junk Journal Challenge. So we have to use junk items, and we have to pick 20 items from this list. Plastic packaging, cardboard, wallpaper, book, cookbook, or children's book. Now, if you choose more than one, it counts separately. So if I use one of each of those 3 items, that would be 3 of my 20. Magazine or coloring book. Again, you've used both, you have to count both. Calendar, date book, or planner. I have a old wall desk calendar for this that has blues. That will give me plenty of writing space, so that's going to be one of mine. Broken jewelry, garment or clothing, linen sheet, curtain, or tablecloth, leftover coffee, ink, or floral printing, food box or label, map, ledger, or travel. Now, if we print our digis on those, they don't count as one of our 20. They count as our digi. Cover from a paper pad or a kit. Use the front and the back, counts as one. Catalog or pattern book. Wrapping items such as curly ribbon or wrapping paper or tissue paper. 1 each counts. So if I use 1 sheet of wrapping paper, it counts as 1. But if I use the whole tube of what might be left over from Christmas, then it would only count as 1. At least that's what I'm calling it. Sewing patterns and tissue paper. Envelopes, any and all, that's wide open. Junk mail, any from the kitchen junk drawer, and let me tell you, I'll get to one of them in a minute. And any other junk, not scraps. So no scrap paper or scraps from our desk, no cutoffs, that kind of thing. Just stuff that would normally go in the trash bin, okay? Now, we can use our binding kit. 5 paper clips, thread, needles, piece of graph paper for measuring our holes, and any of those things that we used in our binding kit, we can move into the journal. So I could use 5 paper clips, but in my junk drawer, there was one of those little M&M tubes that had paper clips in it, so I can use those. You have to be creative with the list that she gives you. For tools, we can use straight scissors, a paper cutter, and adhesives, such as Mod Podge, Tyvek, that kind of stuff, and our glues. So we can use any and all of our adhesives. We can use 22 tools. Each punch counts as 1. Fancy scissors each counts as 1. Ink pads count as 1. A writing pen, a stamp or a stamp set, and I may use the dated stamp. Thinking about that. I have a dated stamp set up here that I might use. Then we have sewing machine and any thread, our scoreboard, our punch board, and fingernail polish or any extra glues such as glitter glues. But if I use more than one color of like glitter glue, say I want to use blue and a effervescent, that counts as 2 of my 22 tools. So I have to be careful how I do those. From this, we have to make a hard cover, which means an altered box, chipboard, binder, book. Also, if we use a ring binder for our journal for our hardcover, we have to make sure there's a definition between signature 1 and signature 2. 22 Dear Julie Julie image items, 2 or more signatures with 80 pages total back and front, in all sizes. Trifold wallet folio, 22 pieces of handmade washi using packaging tape, scotch, or double-sided tape. 22 stickers using some items as for washi, but they have to be handmade from our junk. We have to make the stickers, not package stickers. Do an envelope side tuck on a page with 2 pockets, a belly band with a large tag, a double tuck, page with 3 pockets, flip-flop with a flap, packaging pocket with a large tag, and a fabric flip with a pocket underneath. We have to make the following that goes in that list. We have to make 3 cards and tags from fabric, 3 cards with fabric, linen, ribbon in that category, 2 matchbook style notebooks, 8 journaling cards. Now in the 8 journaling cards, we have to have 2 that are 3x7, 2 that are 3x5, 2 that are 3x4, and 2 that are 2x2. We have to make a large file card with a tab, 4x6 or larger, and to do that, it can either be, the tab can actually be on the file card, or we can add a tab. It has to have a fabric pocket, and she has videos up for some of these, so I will link you to her January playlist down below. Flip up, flip down with a pocket, 5 or more page edges, and 5 or more tabs per page edges. That does it. That's going to keep me out of trouble for this. So, but I said, this is not going to start until probably the last week in January. So, I'm not going to actually be able to journal much in January, but I'm going to show you when I get to that point what I'm doing, okay? So, that is what's coming up in January. That is the January Just Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie Julie for 2022. Want to finish the pink ribbon journals, get them ready for the shop, as well as kits from the extras, like some of the pink lace flowers, bits of the pink or white fabrics. I have some added pieces here, and what I'm hoping to do, not sure it's going to get done this Saturday, but enable to encourage me to start keeping fresh stuff in the shop, actually getting stuff in the shop and being current. I want to do a Shop Saturday video where on Saturdays I flip through what is new in my shop so you know what to look for. Sunday is still going to be Stampin' Up! Sunday. And I think I'm joining an organization. I think I'm joining a card challenge again this year with Deb Hauk. I've not even looked at her email yet because I've spent almost no time on the computer itself. So, and it's been really nice to not boot up the computer in the morning. My morning routine now has become getting the dog and the cat situated with their breakfast, making my coffee, which is a new form of coffee for me, and sitting on the sofa with one of the cats and the dog and my iPad to watch my videos for a couple hours in the morning before Bob gets up and we start our day. So my work day, once Bob has left, will begin at 8 o'clock, and I'm going back to an old time blocking system that I used to use and accomplished a whole lot more. So creative stuff going on. I am finishing up some projects here of getting the studio organized, and that will be coming back, just not till after Bob leaves. And then remember, we have the craft sticks coming up on Friday. If you want to know what that's all about, make sure you come back on Friday for that. Pretty sure there's not going to be much other videos this week, as this is Bob's last full week home. So I'm just going to, I have promised him no more than 4 hours a day in the office, and then the rest of the day belongs to him. But if he doesn't have a project to work on, he gets bored, and it's like trying to occupy a 5-year-old. So if he starts showing signs of boredom, then I will stop. But otherwise, my goal is 4 hours a day in the studio, whatever that 4 hours encompasses. I'm trying to pick projects and move through them so that when he leaves on the 18th, then I can go back to my 10-hour days. So that's it for me. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. And remember, any step you take is forward motion. If you want to do something in your studio that you've been putting off, pick one thing, take care of it today, and then go do whatever trips your trigger, whatever you want to do that's fun. I may have one other video coming up this week. I'm hoping. I've got my planner video. I've been promising the girls in the planning community that my planner videos were coming up. I will probably do that hopefully tomorrow. If not, that will be on Thursday because I need to talk about budgeting on Wednesday. So yeah, I guess I'm back to work this week. Video today, video Wednesday on budgeting, video Thursday on my planners, and video Friday is the art sticks. And then the rest of the weekend belongs to Bob. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you, hopefully, on Wednesday. Creative blessings.